Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate it. This is Eric coming in from Columbia, South Carolina, and this is the Blanks Spot. We are a sublimation blank supplier located in Columbia, South Carolina, at the heart. Um, and if it's your first time viewing this, or if you see this, do us a favor and type your city and your state. That's where you're tuning in from. Also, um, what type of crafting do you do? What type of crafting do you do? So today, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be doing a skinny, straight 20-ounce tumbler with a handle, and I'm going to be doing this tumbler with the full. Um, and I'm even going to attempt to wrap the handle. Now, I'm just going to let you know right off the bat. If you are a crafter and you got like super OCD, then you may not want to do the handle. You may not want to try the handle because the handle is going to be based off of, and this one's got a little dullness on it, but the handle is going to be based off of whether you can actually tape it tight enough or not, get enough pressure. Traditionally, when you do a tumbler, you want to have some type of pressure when you tape it. So that means that you're going to want to tape this tumbler, wrap this tumbler, and tape it as tight as you can. If you were doing it in a tumbler press, of course, you'd have the press or the compression to actually keep it tight, right? You have the compression to keep it tight. If you're doing it in an oven, you would generally have shrink wrap or like a silicone sleeve to keep it tight. Well, in this case, I can't use either because I have this handle, and this handle is not detachable. I'm sure if I was the type of destructive person, I could probably rip this thing off and then try to attach it again, but I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm going to show you how I figured out how to do a full wrap, with this 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler with the handle. Okay, so if you have not seen this before, go ahead and save this and mark this to your favorites so you can see it again. If you're watching us on YouTube or our Facebook page or group, make sure you save this so you can see it again. This is not that difficult, it's not that hard, but it is going to take some attention to detail. So, once again, my name is Eric, and coming in from the blank spot. And what I did was, so the measurements that we're going to use is once you get your design, you want to measure your tumbler. That's the thing you want to do. So you're going to need a fabric ruler. You want your fabric ruler to measure your tumbler. Okay. You're not going to be able to measure your tumbler underneath. And I don't know how you guys measure, but I like to measure either at the top or at the bottom. So I did my measurements already, but you're going to want to measure your tumbler. And my tumbler comes in at about 9.25, about 9.25. I always do my actually 9.125. 9.125. I always do my measurements a little bit over, so my designs are made at a 9.3 in width, and if I measure it's measuring in at 8 point, about 8.10. So it's going to be, I measure my design at a 9.3 going around in the width by 8.2. Okay. And then I went and I trimmed everything down nice and neatly. So there's no white. I don't believe in overlap. Whatever overlap I'm going to have is going to be on the design itself. Now, this is not an infinity design. A lot of people get upset because they see the seam in the tumbler. But a lot of designs are not infinity designs unless you create it with a background to where it's just going to be flat in the background. You're not going to get infinity design. So the biggest thing is you got to make sure you line it up. So the supplies that you're going to need, of course, you're going to need some scissors, some that cut really well. And I'm using an X-Acto knife for this exercise, okay? For this project, I'm using an X-Acto knife. So what I did was, first thing I want to do is I put my tumbler with the handle side up, okay? I place my tumbler with the handle side up. And I take my design and I put it at the edge, lining it up with the handle, okay? Take my design and I put it, lining it up with the handle. Once I line it up with the handle, I am going to make some pencil marks. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm making some pencil marks right on the outside of the handle. So on this side and this side of the handle, I'm making pencil marks. Good afternoon. On this side And this side, I'm making pencil marks. Why? Because that is where I'm going to cut. That's where I'm going to cut my design. Okay. So I made my pencil marks already. I'm just checking again. And once I do that, I'm not going to do the other side, but I'm gonna fold my design together. So it's important that you cut straight. If you're not a straight cutter, then you're gonna have to find some type of device, some type of cutting board or something that's gonna allow you to cut straight. So when I cut into this, I'm only gonna cut in about a quarter of an inch. I'm gonna make a quarter of an inch slit. Okay. If I cut too far in, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna leave a gap in between here. So I made my I made my incisions. I made my incisions. Okay. So all I did was fold it together and make the cut. That's all I did. And if you guys are just jumping on, we're doing a skinny, straight 20-ounce tumbler with the handle. Okay. And I'm doing a full wrap on it. So once I do that, what's going to happen is I'm going to check one time because I may have to do it. Check one time, make sure that the outers are lined up, and the inside should fall right inside. Okay, inside should fall right inside. Once again, this may not be for you if you are the type of person that it has to be perfect. If you're the type of person that it has to be perfect, you're not gonna be able to do this wrap like this. Okay? But if you are the crafter that believes that crafting is about art, then it's gonna make sense to you. Okay. So next, what I'm gonna do is, as I hold this together and hold it in place, what I'm gonna do is, and I could have had a little bit more down to the bottom. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my tape and I'm gonna take it and tape first. Okay. I'll take the middle first, holding my fingers down really tight. I'm getting a lot of pressure on it. Okay. Once I tape the that's secure, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to take the inside and I'm going to press down with my fingers, okay? Making sure that the first part and then the overlap is touching, okay? Same thing back here. Make sure the first part is down, then the overlap is touching. This is when I'm going to use my X-Acto knife. Before I do that, I'm just going to take my thumbnail and just run along the edge. Just taking my thumbnail and run along the edge. From there, and you want to be careful, guys, because if you've never used an X-Acto knife before, hello, Eric, how you doing? Thanks, Ella. I'm sorry, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. I got my glasses. I can't see straight, close up. Um, you want to make sure that you've used an X-Acto knife before. If you have not, you want to be careful anyway. But I'm going to cut the excess off with the X-Acto knife. I'm going to cut the excess off with the X-Acto knife. You never cut towards you. And as much as some people may say, well, that's common sense. Yeah, but when you wrapped up doing whatever it is that you're doing, you may not be paying attention to that. So you never cut, you always cut away down. Okay, always cut away and down. All right. So that's that side, and I'm going to show you guys what I did here in a minute. Turn it around away from me. And you want to make sure that if you're using an X-Acto knife, you want to make sure that it's sharp enough because a dull X-Acto knife can hurt you as well. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get you guys to see what I did. This little piece here, there's no excess right there. So I cut everything off. And the same thing here, I cut everything off. I know the camera angles aren't that great. There you go. You might be able to see a little better there. Same thing. I cut the excess off. Okay. I cut the excess off. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finish laying my design down and finish taping. Okay, I'm gonna finish taping. So this can be done. This can be done in a heat press, but you cannot successfully do an all over wrap in a heat press. So if you were pressing this like a mug, coffee cup, right? You do this in a heat press. But if you want to get this all over wrap, you're going to need a convection. So how many of you guys out there type a number 2 in the comments if you own a convection oven and you have used it? Type a number 2 if you do own a convection oven and you use it. A lot of crafters do have convection ovens because they do various different things. Number 2, okay. Got a couple of 2s, all right. The great thing about a convection oven, and I'm leaning more and more towards the convection oven, even though we do sell, we out of stock right now, but we do sell tumbler presses. The thing that I love about the convection oven is that it has multi-functions. Okay, it's multifunction, and the fact that it's multifunctional lets me know that I can do various things inside of it. I can't do everything inside of the tumbler press, but I can do multiple things inside of the convection oven, right? So what I'm going to do now is I have taped up and down, in and out. And I know there's a little piece right there. We're going to catch that, but we're going to take the whole thing, okay? We're going to take the whole thing. And another thing, right? If you don't have heat tape, if you're like really skimping on the heat tape, if you're that type of person that I just want to save, then again, this project may not be the project for you. Okay? May not be the project for you. Now, I'm not just taping this, but I'm pulling tightly and taping this. Not just taping it, I'm pulling tightly and taping it. And of course, I don't want to just waste all my products either. So I'm going to do my best to save what I can save when I'm taping, okay? And recycle and use tape in other areas if I need to. However you tape this, you're going to want to try to remember the way that you taped. Hopefully you're taping the same way every time. That way you will know how easy it is to take it off. Okay? Once again, we're not just taping this just to tape it. We're taping this so it can be tight. So if you just slapping tape on this, you're going to have some spots in here where you miss, and you may get some air in here because there are some holes. Remember, there are some holes in here. Remember, I cut the area off around the handle, so there are some holes in here. And we're going to tape the entire tumbler up. So once again, if you're the heat tape bandit, if you're the person that's saying, hey, I can't use all that tape, I need to save my tape, just know that your project is not going to come out the best if it's not taped properly. Just letting you guys know that. It is not going to come out in great shape. So do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, if you're still hanging around, type in your city and your state. I would love to know where you're tuning in from. done so already, my name is Eric, coming in from Columbia, South Carolina. This is the blank spot, and I'm doing my best to do more like we're doing our best to do more like helpful content, stuff that's going to get people to stuff that's really going to get people to our website and to our store. Um, if you're on if you're on Facebook or YouTube, the description and the link to purchase um, this 20-ounce tumbler is in the description. So if you'd like to purchase it, absolutely go for it. If you're on TikTok and you're watching right now from TikTok, I do not have TikTok shop up, and I won't be putting it up right now. But if you're looking to purchase this, you can go to our website. You'll find our website in the link in the bio. What you got to do is search. What are you searching? You can search handle until you find it, or you can type in the whole thing, 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler with handle. Okay. That's going to be important because everybody is not shopping on TikTok Shop. I got to keep reminding myself of that. Some people don't trust it, and I get it. And just so you know, we don't have all of our items on TikTok Shop, okay? Have an oven, but I have not used it. You got to use your oven. Detroit, Columbia, Vermont, Raleigh, okay. Yeah, you got to use your oven, man. There's so many things. And you know what I think what's happening? I think that there's so many people out there that are getting caught up in the hype of crafting that they're forgetting why they really got started. You got all these supplies that you ain't using. Man, y'all need to stop buying stuff. You ain't gonna use it. Stop buying it. But I'm telling you, that oven comes in. That oven is a heaven sent because you can't do everything in the oven. You can't. You cannot do everything. I mean, you can't do everything on the heat press, but you can do everything in this oven. Everything. I can do mugs, shot glasses, tumblers. I can do whatever I want to in the oven. See that? Now I got it taped pretty good, and I'm probably gonna still experience some ghosting, and it's most likely gonna be under here where you're not gonna really see it. See here? Taped pretty well, and I'm probably gonna still experience some ghosting. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. You love your oven? I love mine too, and I'm cool with that. So the last thing I'm gonna do is I got one more transfer I'm gonna get. Give me a second. Now don't judge me. Normally, normally I wouldn't waste. Normally I wouldn't waste an entire transfer. Okay. Normally I wouldn't waste an entire transfer. But remember, I said I wanted to do the handle. Okay. I wanted to do the handle. Let's see. Where can I get an oven? Someone came on and said Walmart has ovens. Guess who else has ovens? The blank spot has ovens. So we have an oven. We have ovens in here. You can actually go to our website and you can search oven. Thank you for that, Latonya. Steve, that's the problem with the industry. New things every 3 months, and everyone wants that product. Yeah, I know, man. I think my oven was a little over 100. Yeah, our ovens are a lot less than that. They're a lot less than that. The price, well, I recommend you go to the website and check it out because you may see something else. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. If you slide to the website right now, I promise you I'm going to be here when you get back. Okay? Promise you I'll be here when you get back. When you get back. So this is the design that I'm doing, and I'm just going to cut a piece of this design out. So first thing I'm gonna do before I cut it out, I'm gonna measure my handle because I want to do my handle from top to bottom. Now, of course, I'm not worried about the underneath part. but I want to do it from top to bottom. Okay, ghosting is the worst. If if it does not look desirable, some ghosting can add like an accent to your tumbler. Believe it or not, it can add some characters to your tumbler. So this particular dimensions, I'm getting 5.5. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this, and it's about a quarter of an inch. No, about a half an inch. So it's point 0.60. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna slice this up. For those who don't have a cutter, don't mind me. I'm just cutting. And you'll see why I'm doing what I'm doing in a minute. To be honest with you, the person that I said to go to the website to check out the price, the last thing I hate is trying to remember everything that we have on the website, trying to remember the price for everything. We misquote a price, and then people are going to be more upset with us than they would if they would have just bought themselves. So we got a lot of items on our website, and I can't even begin to know or remember everything that's on there and how much it costs. However, if anybody wants to know if we have something, I can remember that we have it, then I might ask you to go to the website. Okay. You wasted more tumblers on ghosting. But what I learned is that it is um, it is something that you got to get good at. But there's things that you can do on the tumblers that have ghosted. You can actually um, you can actually use those vinyl wraps. You can use those vinyl wraps on those ones that ghosted. Let's see. Burnett, so you received your package and you did your first cup. Gonna be ordering again. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You need some bears? Okay, cool, cool. So remember, I'm getting ready to do the handle right now. So yeah, there's some vinyl. I don't use them. We don't use them yet. But there are vinyl wraps that they're actually selling on this platform. They're selling vinyl wraps. And if you don't know that there are vinyl wraps and you do sublimation and you crafting, maybe you might be at work a little bit too much to where you're not keeping up with the stuff. I don't know. But they do, and they have been for some time, and that part. So yeah. So all those oopsie tumblers and all those tumblers that you guys probably thought should have been perfect and they're not perfect, then you can actually do that. Just a suggestion. I've never used it. We don't sell them. I've never used it, so I don't know how they work. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be something similar to putting sign vinyl on, right? Car vinyl is insane. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you placing the order for the oven. No, we won't be doing the wraps in 40 ounces. We won't be doing the wraps in 40 ounces. And just so you guys know, we appreciate the request and also some of the recommendations, but some of it is just not going to work out for our business model. Hope you guys understand. Now, if you want to order a custom order, if you want to do a custom order, you most definitely can. Some of you guys don't know that while we're doing TikTok Shop live, a lot of stuff I can't say, but we do custom sublimation transfers. We do offer custom sublimation transfers. So you can absolutely do that. Okay. You can actually order that. What temperature do I use on the oven? Well, I'm going to start you off with a recommendation. The recommendation is going to be to first, before you even turn your oven on, is to get an oven thermometer, okay? Because every oven is different. And just because the oven is reading a certain temperature, that does not mean that that's the temperature that the oven is on right now. That's the first thing I'm going to recommend. The second thing I'm going to recommend is that you keep in mind that if you've never used it before, it's trial and error. So I do my oven at between 350 and 375. That's my time. Okay. My time is between 350 and 75. My temperature, excuse me, uh, my time is between 4.5 and 5 minutes. Okay. So it's all a recommendation. Everybody's electrical setup at home is different. You may be putting out more amps than you know. We're in a commercial building. That could make a difference as well. So just consider those things. But we honestly cannot tell you what temperature to do. And if anybody tells you a temperature and they don't say recommended temperature, then you might want to question what they're saying because there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees. That's one of the reasons why they call it crafting, though, y'all. Hope that makes sense. Now I'm trying to take this as tight as I can, and I already know with the curvature of the handle and everything that it's going to be a challenge to get this thing on here exactly how I want it. So I went into this project okay with it not coming out perfect. All right, I went into this project okay with it not coming out perfect, and I think, I mean, I can't say for certain, but I think if a lot of people who do crafts could understand that part, that you got to be okay with it not coming out perfect because nothing's going to be perfect. You can get it close, you can get it better, you can work on it, but nothing's going to be perfect. I think if more people understood that part, then they have more fun crafting. My opinion, just my opinion. But you ain't by yourself. I get like that too. I want it to be right. You know what I'm saying? But it don't always work out like that. Sometimes, sometimes we end up creating something by messing up. Sometimes we end up creating something by messing up. So if you guys are just joining us, my name is coming in from Columbia, South Carolina, and this is the Blanks Spot. We are a sublimation blanks supplier. We have several items on our website. Currently, we are sublimating a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler with a handle. And I am attempting to show you how to do this with an all over design. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have done this before, and it turned out okay. It turned out okay. I'm now putting more tape on over the tape that I did, just because I've not did this before though. I just taped it up and kind of went with it. But I wanna see if this can be a little bit better than I had done it before. Okay. And every time you do something, you just wanna get better at it. Man, it's raining outside. So tap in, drop your city and state if you have not done so. Um, I see y'all are tuned in, y'all locked in. Nobody's double tapping the screen. I guess you're not getting any value out of what I'm saying, or maybe you just locked in to what's going on. Tell me something. Who came up with the idea of doing something and showing everybody live? Who came up with that idea? I see more and more people doing things, full full items live that they're not selling. We're selling these tumblers blank. We're selling these tumblers blank. And the reason why I'm doing this tumbler is because although I craft, we don't make our money crafting. Although I craft, we don't make our money crafting. We make our money selling sublimation blanks and supplies. So it's our responsibility to make sure you can see how this subs, how well it subs, and how easy some of the projects can be. So I have taped this, super taped it, and mega taped it. Okay, I've taped it. Los Angeles, that's what's up. Super taped it and mega taped it. All right. So I am going to wait for my oven to heat up. And while I'm doing that, let y'all know we got some snow globes. I don't know if you guys are getting ready for Christmas. But we do have some snow globes. Our snow globes are available on our website with a limited amount. Okay, a limited amount. But we have 15-ounce snow globes. We don't have the kit to put the glitter and the all the accents in there, but this is sublimation. Okay, this is sublimation. If you decide to get this and you don't want to sublimate it, maybe you want to get it and put a vinyl, not a vinyl, a UV DTF or something like that on it. Okay, but these are sublimation. They're very hard. They're double layered, and they are available on our website. Okay, they're available on our website. Just wanted to show you that. This is what it comes like. Okay, this is how it comes. Just a segue until we get this oven heated up. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's thick. That's the hole that you put the glitter in. That's the hole that you put the glitter and the solution in. And it's a double. You can see if I tilt it like that, you can see that it's double. It's a double glass. You can see it. It's a double glass. Pretty heavy, guys. Pretty heavy. So we do have Christmas items available right now, available for purchase. Check out, once again, the website. Got to check out the website. I'll do the TikTok shop thing later on, man. I want to kind of reach out to people and, no, they don't come with the plugs. And just so you know, if you buy a snow globe that comes with a plug, you may want to think twice about it because it needs to be fused in there. Okay. It needs to be epoxied in there. Not to question your skills or what you've been doing. But this was not come with a plug. The instructions, it does come with instructions though. It comes with instructions, all right? And it lets you know what's recommended. It's a double wall glass for sublimation and snow globe, all right? So the instructions do come in there. It comes with the bamboo lid and a straw. And if you order those from us, we will make sure they get to you safely in one piece. Because I love packing. So yeah, this is actually epoxy. Okay. This is actually epoxy. You can see that little piece right there. That's epoxy. All right. Or UV resin or something. My wife does this stuff. I don't know, man. I'm all over the place. But I'm gonna tell you something. Holidays are here. People are shopping, and you want to get a jump start on that. Also, we have our own sublimation paper. The Blank Spot does have its own sublimation paper. All right. If you've never used our paper, if you've never shopped with us, if you shop with us, you're going to get most likely first timers specifically, you're going to get a sample sheet, 2 sample sheets of our paper. Okay. What's different about our paper than other people? You're about to see. All right. Paper does matter. So you're about to see what the difference is. Appreciate you guys for jumping on. Got about 2 more minutes before we are at the temperature. Once again, I'm going to be sublimating this at between 350 and 375 degrees. And I'm going to be doing it for 4.5 minutes. So when I use the oven, I do rotate my tumblers. I do rotate my tumblers. I don't just leave them in there. So halfway the baking process, I rotate them. I don't do a whole 180. Sometimes I do like I guess about a 90, I guess, or 100 or 120 degrees. But with this handle, I can't do it anyway. So I'm going to start like this on one side, and then I'm going to go all the way around. I never um, I never sublimate my tumblers with the um, with the with the seam down though. That's just something I don't do. All right, Mike. I know who you are. I'll be looking for your message. So, guys, we are about to do this, and it's only going to take about 4.5 minutes. I promise you. If you guys are just jumping on, we are sublimating a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler, sublimation tumbler, with a handle. Why do you see all this tape? Because I am attempting to do the handle as well as a full wrap. This handle does not come off. Now, on the 40-ounce tumblers, they're already detached. You got to put it together. But this one does not come off. Now, this cup is going to be great for the upcoming season. You're talking about coffee. You're talking about hot tea. You're talking about hot chocolate. Anything that's dealing with the autumn season, you know what I'm saying, the fall months, you're going to love this cup. And it's easy. Now, not sure, depending on your car, but this will fit into your car handle as well. Football, yep, Stevie. Football, absolutely. I mean, you can put whatever beverage you want in here. It's double walled, comes with a plastic lid and a plastic straw, and it keeps it cold, it keeps it hot. So that's something important to know. I put coffee in mine, and I'll put cold drinks in mine. All right. Here's the moment I've been waiting for. So, while we're doing that, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any questions of me or us as the blank spot as it pertains to some of our products or our services? Anything you guys want to know? I know a lot of you have followed us because you've seen us doing these sublimation tumbler wraps and transfers. We just recently created some coffee mug transfers, and we keep on coming with tumbler wraps. But we got something that's special that we're going to introduce to you guys on live on TikTok Shop. If not today, tomorrow. We got something we want to introduce to you, another opportunity to actually use for your business. So if anybody has any questions, now's the time. While we waiting on the oven, now's the time. Anybody use a tumbler press? Has anybody ever done a tumbler with a handle? I think that's a good question. Has anybody ever done that tumbler with a handle? So you use a tumbler press, cool. Then messy CQ, all right. Have you ever done a tumbler with a handle? Looking forward to what's to come. Absolutely. No tumbler with the handle. Anybody else? Have you ever tried to do a tumbler with the handle? Would you have thought to do it all over? Have a tumbler press and too scared to use it. What? Come on, the Ebony Orchard. How you gonna have a tumbler press and be afraid to use it? See those people over there? YouTube and Facebook, you see those people over there? You can't be scared. You cannot be scared. This is what I want you to do, right? We got a YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel, and you can find us using our tumbler press. You're going to have to break it in, though. Tell them to send it to you. I hear you, Cardella. Cardella said, send it to me. I'll use it. I know that's right. Yeah, you gotta break it in. You got to try. If you don't try, then you won't know if you can do it or not. You won't know. So I'm about 40 minutes into the call. This won't take too long. Hopefully, this is a video that you guys will want to go to our YouTube channel and watch. Our YouTube is the Blanks Spot Academy. So I'm looking forward to you guys subscribing to our channel. I've done everything else with the sublimation, but Tumbler scared me. I have a question for you on my Tumbler press. It's smelling like that because of that attachment. It's the sleeve. It's the arm sleeve. So it's all the chemicals in there. It's the smell of the metal and everything. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, you gotta try it. You gotta try the tumblers. The Ebony Archer. Do you have an oven? Because it may be better to try it in the oven. Tumblers are your sweet spot. I love them too. I love them. I enjoy doing tumblers. I really do. I really enjoy doing tumblers. I did one just today for a customer. Here's one I did today for a customer. Try it in the oven first. Try it in the oven first. I did this one today for a customer. And I use my oven. So I did this one today. And I used my oven. Came out pretty good. Came out pretty good. Here's the, everybody looks for it. There's the seam right there. It kind of looks like it's an infinity, but it's not. But there's the seam. Right there. Right here. So yeah, that's what I did today, and got some other stuff to do as well. I got some orders to put out from our TikTok shop. I'll be probably going live later on, talking about those orders and introducing some stuff. See if I can get D involved later on. See if I can get D involved. These always, sorry about that, guys. These always are printing, uploading, getting me ready to press in our print. So I'm going to see if she's available later on so we can all go live together, and maybe she can entertain y'all as well. All right. It's about the ring, guys. It's about the green. You miss D? They miss you, D. She's not really, she don't like really coming on here. Hello, welcome. Come here. So we're just about done, y'all. And when we end up, hopefully you'll see what I see and you'll be happy with the results. So I'm going to bring y'all a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Yeah, it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I can't wait any longer. 5 minutes. Now, I usually do 4 minutes. I usually do 4.5 minutes, or between 4.5 and 5 minutes. But because I have this handle and I want to present this to my wife, I want it to be tight. So I don't just give her no jump. But so the other thing is, you want to make sure you have some gloves. Safety is important, okay? So have you some gloves. Not just any gloves, but some heat gloves. How many of y'all put y'all tumblers in cold water after you finish? Anybody do that? Anybody put their tumblers in cold water? What temperature in the oven? Recommended temperature between 350 and 375. Can't tell you a definitive temperature because everybody's oven is different. You never do that? I'll never do it either. Do the mugs in cold water? The mugs? Ooh, that don't crack the porcelain? Yeah, it takes a little bit longer, so the mugs might be a little bit better, huh? Yeah, the mugs are a little thicker. I heard somebody putting glass in the oven, Steve. Can you imagine They follow somebody on social media. They put glass in the oven and they wonder why. Glass in the water after it came out the oven. They wonder why it cracked. It definitely cracked, y'all. It cracked. You set yours in the cold steel pan. So are you setting those in the cold so they can cool off? Is that why you're doing that? Y'all don't heat glove? Huh? I guess I just got rough hands, huh? There she go, y'all.
Hey, y'all. What's going on? Yeah, I come at the end because I want to see. It's gonna be cute.
I hope so. Well, we don't say cute.
Cute.
Guys don't say cute. It's gonna be fire.
Cute.
Archer said, hey.
Hey, Audrey.
Okay, so I gotta figure out. I think it's under here. Under here. There it is. That's the only thing with this. You got to figure out where you actually taped it, how you taped it, all right? How you actually taped it. Because you could be here forever trying to take this thing off. Y'all probably don't want to see this, right? Let me put it down here. Y'all probably don't want to see this.
It's pretty.
So how many of you guys are going to subscribe to our YouTube channel? Can we count on y'all to subscribe to our YouTube channel? Yes, no, maybe. It's the Blank Spot
It's pretty.
Academy. Appreciate it. You'll see this video here as I taped it, and you'll see other videos similar to it about sublimation. We have some printer maintenance videos on there, and we also have some videos on there about business that we're not going to take down. We were going to, but we're not going to take those videos down. It may be helpful to somebody in the future. Now, just remember, we are a sublimation blank supplier. We do offer custom transfers. So if you guys are interested, in ordering some custom transfers, you can. Now, I knew that I didn't have enough pressure on here, but the handle
Vintage.
does have some ink on it. Nah, I don't want to scratch it. Yeah, I'm good. And I think as a customer, they would most likely appreciate this.
That is too cute. Or fire, like you like to say.
I think your customers will appreciate the vintage look of the handle as well. Remember, crafting is not about perfection. It's about art. So, YouTube, you getting the first look. And that's the handle. Because I couldn't get a lot of pressure on it, I couldn't get enough color. But that's okay, because I got color, right? I got color. So it came out pretty good. I like it. The ghosting that I'll usually see is right in here, but it's not too bad. And yes, transfers. Do I get a lifetime warranty? Man, listen. As long as we on this live, I'm going to warranty it. All right. You got a warranty as long as we on the live, Steve. So that's the handle. and it's not as dark as I would have liked, but it's because you can't get enough pressure on the handle. Okay, you can't get enough pressure on the handle. And what happens is, what kind of oven do you use? This particular oven is an Oster, Oster, but the ones we sell, and it's a convection oven. The ones we sell in the store are Black & Decker. I have used it. I opened one up and used it to make sure that it was going to do what it's supposed to do, and it does. But the ghosting that you're going to most likely see is going to be right here, because you can't get a lot of pressure here, and sometimes right up in here. Okay. So,
That's the TBS.
so the reason why I said something about our paper is because this is our ink release. This is the ink release to our paper. Okay. This is the ink release. Now, when you have this type of ink release, you want to consider getting your transfers from us, because it's a high quality paper. You got a 95 to 98% transfer rate, no bleed. When you're doing fabric substrates, no butcher paper is required. All these extras that people add in and say that they need, we don't need it. So appreciate you guys for jumping on. Once again, make sure you go and check out our YouTube channel. It is the Blank Spot Academy. My name is Eric, and I'm coming in from 224 O'Neill Court, Suite 26 and 27. That's Columbia, South Carolina, 29223. Make sure you like, share, tag. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And is there a way to get pressure to the handle? Well, Miss Newton, I see that you're one of those people. You're one of those people that got to be perfect. You ain't going to get no pressure on this handle. The only way you're going to get pressure on this handle, young lady, is if you pry it off, hold it down, tighten it up real good, put some shrink wrap on. You ain't going to be able to do it. And then put it back on. It's not going to happen. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. But I just want you to check it out, though. Here's a close-up. And there's nothing wrong with wanting it better. It's not that bad. It gives it a little character. But let me go ahead. Let me get off of here. Like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, when you know better, thank you. That's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I will see you all at the top, because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. What about using heat transfer sleeves? I don't know what a heat transfer sleeve is, but you're going to make me do my research, all right? You guys take care. Peace.